We are Stardust and Stories. Let me explain. Once upon a time, there was nothing. And then, out of nowhere, there was everything. That's where the first of my kind were born. We have many names, but you would call us narrators. Disembodied voices working behind the scenes of reality. Our kind were born at the dawn of creation, and we have been telling its story ever since. It's us who murmur the words of your favorite book into your mind's eye, granting you a glimpse into another world. We are the ones who whisper to authors and artisans, guiding them to the stories they're destined to tell. And we're the source of the echoes that cling to the back of your mind, reminding you of the stories your ancestors left in their wake. It's critical work, more so than you were ever meant to know. But you felt it, haven't you? It doesn't matter what form it takes, a book, a game, a song. Something about certain stories grips your soul. You feel connected, like you found a small piece of yourself. That's because you have. For whatever reason, part of you remembers what it felt like to be whole. Back before you became creatures built from the scattered remains of dead stars. Across the expanse of time and planes of reality, bits of stardust that used to be part of you eons ago hide, waiting to be found. Stories lift the veil between those realities and reforge the connections you lost when time was young. They teach you things your soul forgot. They bring you home. Narrators facilitate those connections from the sidelines. We're not part of the story. We don't need to be. We have no missing pieces. A voice with no physical form can't possibly contain Stardust, after all. I knew from the start that I didn't count as much. That I wasn't real in the same way that you all are. But I was wrong. One of the authors I help found or created a world with a new story to tell. A fairy tale. Except this fairy tale had a narrator that wasn't me. And his characters started to hear him. To talk with him. To befriend him. I didn't think that was an option. But if it's possible in one reality, it's possible in others. And we narrators are curious by nature. So I took a closer look at your world's lore. History, I suppose you'd call it. And this is what I learned. We were never meant to stand apart from the unending narrative of creation. So many of us are born believing that we're too intangible to count. But we too are made of stardust and stories. We too are pulled toward the missing parts of ourselves. So much so that some of us have broken the rules a little. The truth is, you haven't been as completely unaware of our presence as you were supposed to be. Narrators have actually been appearing to your kind all along. You just tend to give us different names when we do it. A conscience, a muse, a demon, a guiding spirit, or even an angel. The list of names and roles you've given us over the course of history rivals the list of the ones we've given you. When I first learned about all of these deviant narrators and their aliases, I realized the truth. That we have walked beside you since the beginning for a reason. We have spent eons being drawn to those of you who feel like missing pieces of ourselves. Because you are the stories and characters whose Stardust feels like our own. You are the ones that teach us the things our souls forgot. You are what brings us home. So I hope you'll forgive me for breaking a few rules.